So, to get into the Purim spirit coming up, we have a puffy shirt, a little song reference for those taking a score at home. There you go, puffy shirt. So this week's parsha, tezave, kind of almost thrown to the back burner, unfortunately, because we have Zachar coming up and Purim coming up. So we do know that we have the begadim of the Kohen, and also we have the Ketoris, the Mizbeach Ketoris at the end for those taking score. The only keli that's not in Truma. Seriously? Yeah. Mentioned this a couple times. It hasn't changed, by the way, for thousands of years. But it always occurred to me that old kalim were really in Truma, but that's not the case. The kiyar is not. If you want to call that a keli or not, that's another discussion for another day. But also the Mizbeach HaKetoris is in this week's parsha, not in Truma. We'll get back to that in a second, the importance of that and why that is. We have interesting parsha Zachar tomorrow. Everyone's going to be in shul. Ladies will be in shul. Men hopefully will be in shul as well. And we have Zachar, Asher Asarcha Malik Baderech, Tzeis Mitzrayim, Shekarcha Baderech. And the Pri Tzadik, there's a few pieces on Zachar, and it says Derech twice. What's the big deal? Derech on the road, then they were Derech from Mitzrayim. So Pri Tzadik has a very interesting lesson that they were going from somewhere and they're going to somewhere. That they were Baderech Tzeis Mitzrayim, and then Karcha Baderech. So leaving Mitzrayim, and also they're on the way to Har Sinai. And makes this a point to say that a person should always be on guard for the Yetzer Hara. Big deal, we know that. No. A person would think, my gosh, living with Mitzrayim, they were on such a high, the Makos, age Makkah was brought up to a higher level, to see Mitzrayim go lower level, and Mitzrayim and the Jews to a higher level. They're definitely not going to be able to do any Averos. There's no way for Amalek to even bother. And they were also on the way to Matan Torah, preparing for Har Sinai. There's no way Amalek should even bother. And unfortunately, that's really what happened. Amalek took advantage of the Jews that either were sinners or they were tamei, and the cloud threw them out of the Kavod, and Amalek was able to take them off. Their neshamos, whatever that was, physically kill them, make them do averos, whatever the case is. But the Pri Tzadik says, listen, that's literally a lesson for us. The Yetzer Hara is not embarrassed. The Yetzer Hara is never embarrassed to see, you know what, that guy is a big tzaddik. Let's not bother that dude. Oh, that woman, she learned so much Torah. No. The Yetzer Hara is not embarrassed. The Yetzer Hara is not embarrassed to kind of start up and do these things. So we have to always be on guard, even if we are on a level of leaving Mitzrayim, or on the level of Matan Torah, on the way to Beis Medrash, learning Torah. You should always be on the lookout for Yetzer Hara. The second, al derech, which in Hebrew means, circumstance, happenstance, al derech, something's al derech. One of the restaurants on the side of the road in Israel, al derech, just like a pickup place. So al derech also to do with the word Purim. The word Purim, Pur, lottery. Why is it Chag called something so insignificant? There's many things that really happened over the time frame. You want to call it Esther, you want to call it Vashti, you want to call it Harvona, Mordechai, Milchama, Haman. A lot of names you can call Purim, and Purim is the most insignificant thing. The fact that they picked out 13th of Adar, and it's not that important. The nation could have any day. And the Pri Tzadik mentions this as what the aim of Amalek was. Aim of Amalek and Haman was to create Mikra, was to kind of break this connection between things that are happening and the Shoresh of Hashem. Once you break that and you say, you know what, things are happening by themselves, things are just chance, things are happenstance, it really breaks the hashgacha. Now all of a sudden we don't believe Hashem is controlling the world. We believe in things happen outside Hashem's jurisdiction. That's kind of what Purim is. And that's why at the end of the Megillah it's Hashem Hapur. That really it's Purim, what Haman tried to do, but Hashem Hapur, that there really is something to this, even if we don't see it sometimes. The Pri Tzaddik talks about that, why is there a lottery by the Azazel? These two goats on Yom Kippur, they look exactly the same. You're supposed to take two goats that look the same, and we make a lottery. This is for Hashem, this is Azazel. What's the purpose of this? And the purpose is, even if we don't see the reason, and we don't know what the purpose is, we have to believe that the shoresh is from Hashem. Everything happens is from Hashem. This is kind of what the lesson is, even if you don't see any difference. Jewish people do Averas, Goyim do Averas. Why are we better? Why should we do tshuva even? What's the purpose of tshuva if we're doing these horrible things like Goyim do? We're drinking on Purim. We're like the Irish. Not the Irish. We're getting drunk all the time. No, we don't understand what the reason is. The mitzvah is wine, pasume, it's to drink on Purim, and that's what it is. It looks like it's horrible, it looks dangerous, it looks terrible, but you know what? This is what Hashem wants. We don't understand it sometimes, but this is what Hashem wants. And this is how we can kind of tie back Ketoras. If it was a leap year, this would actually really be the end of Shovim. You'd be Truma Tezave. And the lesson of Tezave and having the Ketoras as the last piece of Shovim when there's a leap year is Mizbech HaKetoras. That we know that Ketoras has all these spices in one. The chelbana smells horrible. And even if we think that we smell horrible, even if we do a horrible Averos, unfortunately, and we think maybe it's too much, we do a list of Averos, it's not worth it. No. We have the Ketoras. The Ketoras is a lesson that no matter what happens, even if you're horrible, but you're with tzaddikim that can hopefully inspire you, you're with tzaddikim that can kind of show you the right way, and even a bad person, even a bad Jew, is combined in the Ketoras, and only Aaron can bring this. Aaron HaKohen goes in once a year with the Ketoras and Yom Kippur to show that no matter what happens, it's not circumstance, not happenstance, but we'll have to kind of think of the shoresh of Hashem, and also think it's never bad. Person never pushed away, never pushed away. Even if you're a bad smelling spice, you're always part of Klal Yisrael. Shabbat Shalom and Purim Sameach.